You sit down, close your eyes, and try to focus. You repeat a mantra, but within seconds, your mind drifts to the laundry, an email you forgot to send, or the chaos of daily life. The words are on your lips, but your attention is miles away. This is a mechanical failure. When you vocalize a chant, but your mind is distracted, the effort loses its value. It is the equivalent of sifting through dirt and walking away with ordinary stones while leaving the diamonds behind. Practitioners define these physical methods as Baikari, chanting loudly, and Madhyama, where the words are murmured. But these physical actions rarely trap the human mind. The mind acts like a restless bird, darting around entirely disconnected from the movement of your mouth. The objective is man ko rokna, halting the mind's erratic movement to achieve a full internal standstill. When verbal force fails to capture the attention, the spoken word is the wrong tool for the job. We have to look for a different, internal mechanism to anchor the mind. This brings us to a system known as Ajapa Jaap, operating on Paravani, or the supreme voice. Unlike physical speech, this chant requires zero vocal effort. You stop being the active speaker and become a passive observer. Instead of forcing a word out, you mentally step back and simply listen to the body. The friction of every inhale and exhale naturally produces the phonetic vibrations of the mantra. The breath functions as a perpetual engine inside the body, running continuously. Physical exercises like Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing, act as maintenance tools for this engine. They clear physiological static and ensure the internal channels remain open for deep focus. By tying your attention to the involuntary rhythm of your respiratory system, you bypass the wandering brain. Focus becomes as effortless as breathing. Because Ajapa relies on the mind remaining a neutral observer of the breath, a single active desire, or icha, breaks the system. Wanting a result yanks the attention out of the rhythm and back into the ego, draining the focus you have built. Inner peace and spiritual focus operate like a currency. You earn this currency through the discipline of aligning your mind with your breath. You bankrupt this progress the second you harbor a desire for a reward, a specific comfort, or even spiritual recognition. The attention shifts from the internal listening back to an external wanting. Expectations are the primary saboteurs of this practice. Biological mechanics cannot sustain focus if the ego is actively demanding a payout. To address these expectations, gurus utilize an ancient riddle. A disciple must gather 4 metaphorical items to achieve enlightenment. The first 2 are wood, actions performed without expecting a result, and water, which is the accumulation of pure spiritual merit. The final 2 are flower, representing absolute psychological contentment, and meat, symbolizing the death of worldly desires and the ego. Once the ego is removed, every daily chore becomes an act of devotion. This state of surrender triggers the automatic chant. Chanting eventually transitions into an effortless state of being, sustained not by the mouth, but by the removal of personal attachment.